Welcome to Let's Play Hot Wheels Beat That. No, well, Did I say beat that at the end of last episode too? I think I did. Well, you know, whatever. World Race. We finally get to play as the guy who's been on all these loading screens. Anyways, space. World Race in space. I also wish we got to see 16 Angels more, but 16 Angels is here offering support apparently. Still seeing Racecam contributing as well though. And Racecam does have a bit of a personal stake in that at this point. It's interesting actually that lots of individuals at this point have a personal stake in. I see my speed above 200 miles per hour, then I think, no, I don't need that boost pad, but then I don't hit it and my speed actually drops a lot more quickly than it would have otherwise. Did I actually hit that boost pad? I don't think so. That was weird. But Vert, of course, became known as the Phantom Racer for a little while before he could actually initially interact with anybody. Evidently because that saw a skill that Vert possessed and knew that it was a threat compared to some others. Alright. Yeah. At this point, the robots, I think each of them, maybe except for XT3, but even then, XT3 still has a connection to Gearhead, who I believe end up getting attacked at one point by that as well. Definitely Racecam at least, so I thought it was more than just that. There's at least 2 robots. I don't know if the other one was Metacog? Who knows? Metacog and Gearhead have their own connection as well anyways. And by extension, XT3 does. So what that really means is, yeah. Oh. All the robots really have something to want to get back at that for. Now, of course, no one can forget the story of So Fast. Ooh, what happened here? Something happened to that. Somebody try to take him out or something? Oh, jeez. So I don't know who this guy is. And it's kind of weird working with that. Oh well. Off we go. And then there's Greased Lightning, with it kind of its entire existence being, I don't know what verb to use for this, eschewed by that's interference, so to speak. And we're zooming through these races right now though. These earlier tracks they go fast and they go by in the blink of an eye and you're used to doing them. Although this place can go pretty badly if you don't know what you're doing too, so I'll have to watch. Off we go. Okay, you should probably not be hitting walls, dude. Don't get greedy. Stop it. It's cool seeing Slingshot from the front. I in all seriousness do think that Slingshot is an awesome looking car. I think it's actually a really perfect car for that to be. It's probably my favorite, at least close to my favorite Hot Wheels car design out of anything, to be perfectly honest. There's some others I like too, like DR2. I think its popularity is warranted. Not to mention it actually has a cool history, because the original Biora. Okay. I hate that turn so much. And now we play catch up for the rest of this race. Remain calm. And don't get greedy. See, Vert strikes me as the kind of guy who can recover from something like that, though. Something like that happening. Alright, here we go. Look where we are now. Already back ahead. Sure. You can get so much boost mode in this place though, because there's so many jumps. Like you can basically stack boost modes on top of each other, which is what I'd be doing right now. In fact, if it wasn't for me having missed that one jump. I guess Vert's not especially used to having to deal with hard turns and whatnot. At least, yeah. Or at least that's what things were like in Star Trek Challenge. Maybe his experience goes beyond that. I would expect that a driver worth their salt is in fact capable of turning, but what we mostly saw in Star Trek Challenge was dodging obstacles while maintaining high speeds. How is that only a grade? Didn't matter since I was actually boost jump anyways, but all of these jumps. Getting just a little bit greedy there. Like that's a jump I could totally afford it on, but still. Kinda have to go for broke in these turns at the end here. It's a little awkward driving straight at a wall. Let's see, the AI can hit that jump just fine. That's still doing okay, but man, Vert really had to come back on that one. He actually beat everyone by a few seconds. That's abnormal. Wow. Wow! Really? I fell off the track and still got new records? That's crazy. Okay. Do I just always choke on this track? This is what happens when we have someone who knows what they're doing like this guy. Emerald Crater, if only we could actually get all the pickups here. Oh well. I'm curious if we'd be able to get all the pickups here if we had a car with max boost, and I'm guessing not, since you actually miss all the pickups in the air by a pretty decent margin. Whereas in, what was it called? In Ice, was it Ice City? I think so. You actually only just barely miss. That has to be just around Storm's blimp. I don't know why they focus on it so much. You just barely miss those pickups on the jump. Anyways. Off we go again. There's some kind of feeling of, I don't know, companionship, solidarity or something, and virtually all the racers that we're with, aside from that, actually being somebody that we're allied with and that we actually know in some capacity. It's not something you normally get in any kind of racing game experience. Who's that out in front? That guy. I wish I could remember that one's name. It really bugs me because that's actually a car that, one of the cars I remember most, just from Hot Wheels stuff in general. So I forgot its name is a little bothersome to me. Here is Cam. Sorry, dude. Did I really do that? That was interesting. Didn't even get a grade for it. I didn't lose any speed though, so all is well, aside from not having been able to get boost mode off of that. That's the one thing with getting a steal trick, regardless of anything else. Using a steal trick will, in most circumstances, unless you're at the very end of a race, delay you getting boost mode on something. Oh man, I almost knocked that off the track. Aggression. Although, honestly, I don't really want to peak aggression from that anyways. And with all the pickups on what we've been collecting, we should be able to handle ourselves pretty well, and that should be running a little bit low on things like nature itself. That should be preventing it from doing anything too ridiculous to us, but can't be too sure. Might have something else up its sleeve. Should I hit this turn wide? Yeah, I feel like hitting those turns wide is pretty good. I still end up stopping dead most of the time, which isn't really ideal, but yeah. Alright. No, I don't like that section there, but even though I can hit it just fine. Man, that you are so close to me. I thought that was supposed to have a low top speed. Why is it gaining on me? What's my top speed like? Ah. Was that an auto boost jump? Huh. Yeah, I did notice that last time I hit that jump with that right beside me, that seemed to actually cover the same amount of air. Alright, so thankfully managed to make up the difference on boost we didn't get from that jump. Oh, who's supposedly passing me? Just taking a different route, I guess. I do wonder how Alan actually approaches that programming challenge. That was a beautiful turn. I wish I could always do that. I think I just pulled the handbrake too hard, basically, on those turns most of the time. But I do wonder how Alan approaches the programming challenge of having to have different cars on, or racers in general, on totally different routes, and having the game actually calculate who's on first and whatnot at any given moment. Kind of weird. And that's still right behind us. Jeez. Thing's scary, man. Yeah, it's funny for a second. And we're setting records here. We're setting records, and that's still right behind us. Oh dear. So the question now is, do we want to do another track? This one's probably going to take a little bit of time. I think I'll call it here. Just because it'll be easier for me to keep track of episode time if I stop now, because we're at an even time. We're right at 40 minutes. Otherwise, it'd stop at 42 minutes, and that's kind of annoying to have to think about in my head. So I'll see you guys next episode. Let's play Hot Wheels Road Race, where I go into the deep. What a nice place for Vert. A place he's used to, that he likes, that he loves. Surely nothing strange could happen in the place that he's most familiar with. Never. Bye, guys.